The 142nd running of the Kentucky Derby took place yesterday, and a horse by the name of Nyquist won it all. I had all my money on Mike Foss, our sports producer, coming around the final stretch, but all he's here
I don't even know if that's a compliment or not.
I don't know.
He's fast.
I can't compete with Nyquist, though. I don't think anybody could compete with Nyquist, though. I did see one person make the joke on Twitter, if the horse was named Larkin, he would have won by 10 lengths instead of 1.
People are witty on that Twitter thing.
There were a lot of jokes flying around yesterday. It was a lot of fun. And of course, a happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the moms out there. To my mom, thanks as always for watching. Hope you're enjoying a nice day on the golf course today. It's a good day to get out. We'll go ahead and jump into what the people are saying on Twitter this morning. All the Tigers and Lions conversation. Malcolm says, can Jim Harbaugh manage a baseball team? Well, you know what? Like Leon in those old commercials, Harbaugh can't do everything. 2 questions, 1 Tigers question, 1 Lions question. First Tigers question, do you think the blame should be placed on Al Avila? It doesn't look like his signings have made impact. And Lions question, which rookie will have the most impact on the Lions this season? Guys?
I'll start with the Lions one, Justin. Who is going to have the biggest impact?
I mean, it's hard to believe that it won't be Taylor Decker. He's guaranteed a starting job almost. And they needed the right tackle filled. It's been a turnstile, not just in production, but in terms of talent that's rotated through there the last 3 seasons since Charles left. So it's going to be Decker.
Al Avila, is he under scrutiny? Should he be there? I don't know. He's only had the GM job for what? Not even a year?
Yeah, you can't blame him. This goes against what we said on the couch. I think this team is just aged, and Father Time is sitting in that dugout. Nobody wants to acknowledge it. It kind of reminds me when the Pistons, the going-to-work Pistons, were winning and winning, but they were getting older. And they really weren't trying to bring in younger players. They were going to ride this hand. They rode it till the wheels fell off, and it fell off, and it fell off hard. And I think the same is going with the Tigers. They've held on to some pieces too long when maybe they could have gotten rid of them and gotten some younger impact players, but they've dealt the hand. They've got to stick with it, and I can't blame Avila for that.
No, I can't either.
Bullpen.
Yeah, well, the bullpen has been better. I mean, they weren't that great yesterday, but then again, starting pitching put them in the tie game to begin with. And as far as the question goes with Jim Harbaugh, I know it was a joke.
I'm off. I will walk off the set. I will pull a Justin Rose and walk out of here.
Nice, good reference. That's very good. One time I walked out on 105.1. That'll never live that one down, I guess.
No.
Well, look, I don't think, as far as the Al Avila thing, you can't really point your fingers at a general manager who's just, look, I like the Zimmerman signing. I think everyone thought that the Upton thing, and it still might come to fruition.
It's
too early. Guys, 29 games into a season. You cannot go crazy until the All-Star break. I think that's when you start making, that's why it's the buy or sell thing. That's what we'll talk about here in the next coming months. But sadly, I think we have to acknowledge the fact that we're talking about that earlier this year than we maybe in the past.
See, I'm more the Sparky Anderson. I'm going 40 games. It's going to kind of give you a barometer where I often say you cannot win the World Series in April, but you sure as heck can lose it.
That's right.
And right now, it looks like they're on the losing side rather than winning. This doesn't look like a team that you feel confident can even win their division, let alone a World Series.
But they're what, 2.5 games out of the wild card at this point? I mean, I understand we're going to talk wild card in May, but it's too early for that panic button.
No, you're right.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about soccer coming to downtown Detroit, but there's also a soccer team coming to Oakland. Yes, Oakland County gets its own football club, and coming up next, the head coach, Wad Sana, is here. Wave to the people, Wad, you're on. There he is. He's coming up next, talking a little football when we come back in the Suburban Ford 740 station.